funny in that like we are not very kinky people at all. And
I know it's a huge
it's
shock.
a huge surprise. we like to cook together, so I'm gonna compare it to this. And we are so pleased with whatever we cook. Whatever we cook, we're like, oh, this is the best food ever. Like, this is great. Like, should we be chefs? This is so good.
Yes, Chef
and
the
that's
musical.
kind of how we feel.
Written by Micah O'Konis and Quick and Funny Musicals.
I'm like giving time for the plug.
Yeah.
But like, that's our sex life is like, I think
We're easily delighted.
we're easily delighted.
Sweet. I love that.
I don't know the words.
ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא יהיה בתפארה.
This is incredible.
Yeah. You gotta do the whoo. That's how
Is this just gonna be a 2-person show? Or is anyone gonna sing along, do you think?
Oh gosh, I sure hope people sing
Yeah,
along.
well, we
That's
have
the
like a
idea.
family kicking it off.
A family,
A
yeah.
What
cute
are-
little family singing
Yeah,
Three
there's-
Little Birds at the beginning.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very,
What's
very cute.
what's the most controversial decision you think you've made with the music?
Maybe Prayer of the
I
Mothers,
think-
which is very not controversial. But
Oh, yeah.
that's
I would.
the most political.
How
we
does
get.
that go?
I-
What is Prayer of the Mothers?
It's a new song by Yael Deckelbaum. I mean, it's
It's
like
not that new. It's like
but like
a
10
few
years old.
ago.
Yeah.
It's not like
New for
post-
Judaism.
new for Judaism.
But it's like her, and then there's like a Palestinian artist who sings in Arabic, and they like go back and forth, and it's like combined with like women wage peace, and it's nice.
I see why it's controversial.
Controversial to put it in the
Yeah.
service.
Controversial
Yeah.
to be like, let's worry about the humanity of other people.
That's so controversial.
Really
My answer was
woke
gonna be
these
just like
days.
Hebrew because Silver Lake does not have a lot of Hebrew.
Yeah, we're doing.
We're like doing a lot of
a lot
Hebrew. Yeah.
And as
For
you
Silver
should,
Lake.
and as
mean,
you
it's-
should. I'm gonna say it. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're
Thank you.
crazy.
I'm disgusting. Everybody, welcome to Yenta.
Yay!
The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have the long-awaited
Marnina Micah.
Micah Marnina, the hottest, Jewiest, best, most talented singing couple that we've ever had on the podcast.
All about to make their high holiday debut.
Yes.
leading singing at the Silver Lake Independent JCC. Sure, they have other credits like being on the hit Israeli TV show
Chanshi.
You were on
Or-
that show?
I was on that show.
Shut the fuck up.
Marnina's one of the leads of that show.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I want to watch it so bad, but I couldn't find it on the internet.
There's nowhere to watch it
Oh,
in the
I'm
United
sure you were
States.
amazing.
Thank you.
I've heard great things.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
But
Oh
that's
gosh, nobody knows
nothing
about it. Thank
compared to the
High
high
holidays
holidays.
at
Yes.
Silver Lake JCC.
And the two of you have recurring shows at UCB all the time. Very prestigious in the comedy world.
Huge.
Comedy
in LA.
in LA.
Huge.
You Micah is workshopping your screenplay about the golem.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Yes, that's true.
Which is amazing.
Thank you. Yes,
Yes,
Ray
I got to
actually
read
read
it. Read it.
No one
I
ever
haven't
reads
yet.
Wow.
scripts.
I read the whole
That's big
thing.
of you.
But I will
Yes.
tell you, it's sitting in my inbox. It hasn't been sorted to another folder where it will go die.
That means so much.
It's
Thank
it's
you.
still sitting there
Yeah.
saying, "Read me."
Well, and I'm not a hypocrite. I have like 5 scripts in my inbox. Some of them are years old,
You
and
said
I
you're
just
not a hypocrite?
I'm not. I am a hypocrite.
And I would say, I mean, you're just two like very accomplished working actor, writers, musicians, comedians, and you're really sort of like people about town in LA. It's funny because like like my Jewish friends know who you are. My comedy friends know who you are. My queer friends know who you are.
Wow.
Wow.
You do it all, and
Oh
you're
my gosh.
engaged.
We're gonna make this
Wow.
our new alarm in the morning.
Well, I
Thank
thought you were
you.
married.
We are engaged.
Yeah.
Engaged.
Yeah.
To be married.
We're getting married in February.
Ah, wait.
Okay, but
where's the
before
wedding?
we talk about that, I just want to say we are such fans of both of yours.
Yeah.
And
Oh, tables turned.
How does it feel?
Okay.
Do you
Has
like
to
it?
say
Okay,
that.
like get specific.
I just think that both of you are such shining examples of like Jewish joy in the comedy world.
Yeah, yep.
And
I hate
like you're
I
not
love it.
receive the praise.
And you're both beacons of community as
Yeah,
well. I mean,
community.
Antonia
Together.
has like Shabbats every
Yeah.
single week.
And Antonia
Been to,
Shabbats are amazing.
Probably
Yeah.
5, 6
Yeah.
Shabbat
And
dinners
then
at your place.
You're real regulars.
And then I feel like Ray, I just see you no matter what, like where I am. If it's a Jewish thing, I'm just like, oh, and Ray showed up.
Yep.
and
I'm there.
and thank goodness. And thank
like a-
goodness you're there.
Someone just yells Jew and I just appear.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it works.
this feels like we're writing a grant application.
Somebody give us money to do this
Okay,
podcast.
Jewish joy.
Yes.
Jewish
Beacon
joy.
of community.
That's so important right now,
So important.
and never any other time.
Nope.
Right now.
Jewish joy. That's the only word we're allowed to say for the rest of the podcast.
The word
One- the
Jewish
word
joy.
Jewish
The
joy.
one word.
Jewish joy.
The one word. Marnina Micah, one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micah,
Jewish joy,
Jewish joy.
one
Yeah.
word.
So
So-
yeah, we're thrilled to be here. Thank you for having us.
Okay, great. You can give us more compliments later because I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
we
we'll
gave you
pepper them
more
throughout,
than you
yeah.
gave us, but so we'll even it out later. Okay, here are things I want to talk about. With
Yeah,
them.
you go first. Yeah.
Okay. I think that you two are like so Jewy. You're professionally Jewy. They're paying you to do it. You know so much. You seem really engaged. And also there are all these people in the Orthodox world who would be like, they're not Jewish. You know?
Well,
And
yeah.
like, I want to know.
Not me though. I would never do that.
I want to know more about what the version of like, what's the Jewish life you're making over here? What's going on? What do you want it to be?
What do you want to say to the Orthodox haters?
Also, are you only doing this because they pay you to be great bat mitzvah tutors, or is that part of it? Because that's in some ways part of it for me.
Yeah.
When I get a Jewish gig, I'm
Yeah.
like, look, they're paying me to be here.
Right. Wow. Okay. A lot to unpack.
Yeah, a
Okay,
lot to
Let me
unpack.
start with. Give me one of those.
Yeah.
The thing
Well,
is, I asked you
well,
a really clear, specific,
Yeah,
well-worded
yeah,
question,
yeah.
so I'm confused why you're having trouble answering
No,
it.
it's just that I got excited by all of it and I just kind of fritzed out in my brain. Okay, would we still be this Jewish if we weren't?
We weren't
being
paid. Are we Jews for
That
pay?
is the question.
Is the
Yeah.
question.
That's a really great question.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
welcome.
know.
that was a much better question.
Yeah. Are we Jews? I'm just going to
Micah's a
interpret
really
the
good
questions
editor.
in kind of mean ways. Because that's what my brain does.
Jews for
I would say me more so than Marnina. Like you were this from birth.
Yeah.
From birth canal, but I like you were just
I
like
was into Jewish joy from the birth.
yeah, you were born and you were like, well, I have a take on
I
this
was
part.
born on Simchat Torah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, your birthday's coming up.
Yes. Thank you.
Marnina Simcha.
Marnina Simcha.
I'm
is-
Simcha.
I think we.
Yeah, we
once
have
learned-
talked about
but it
this.
was like a year ago.
Simcha,
it's-
Simcha,
we
blah,
can
blah, blah.
We can relearn it every year.
Mm.
Return again. I will say, in some contexts, I'm the most Jewish person here, and in other contexts, I feel like I'm an imposter, and like, you know, which I think is true for like every Jewish person has had an experience where they felt like they were the wrong kind of Jewish in the space.
Yeah.
So that's something we can all connect on. And,
Yeah.
and
Well, this sort of connects to our relationship because I right out of college, got a job through a friend working for the Silver Lake JCC, and Marnina and I matched on a dating app on Hinge.
You did.
Hinge. Hinge, if you're listening.
Hinga.
Hinga.
Hingala.
No, but like we do want Hinge to sort of help finance our wedding a little bit. So
Yeah.
We
if they're-
haven't reached out. We have not taken a single
well, we're
step
doing it
to
right
make-
now.
Well,
We're
how
doing
could
it
they
right
not
now.
hear
Reaching
this?
Hinge will hear this.
But like Marnina was like not really interested in me until she found out that I taught at Sunday school.
No way.
And then
You're the
she was
first
like,
person in the world.
I was
Where
like,
that was
that's
a bonus.
yeah.
I literally, they texted me like, oh, and I do Sunday school at the Silver Lake JCC, and I literally went boop 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 boop. Hello, I just thought we should talk on the phone and plan our first date.
That's so cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Hingala,
But
get on this. This is
but-
adorable.
admittedly, like I felt like a poser there because I was like assistant teaching first grade, and I was like one lesson behind the kids because like even though we're like talking about holidays, there's a lot of holidays. I did not
It's
know
packed.
about
That's got
the difference between
Shavuot.
Shavuot and Simchat Torah, all the Sukkot.
Yeah.
There's
So
Shavuot,
many S's.
Sukkot, that's confusing.
It is.
I've said the wrong one before.
Yeah. And don't say Shavua Tov on Shavuot.
Oh
What
my
the heck?
God.
Why do
But
they
that
make it
that would be so
confusing?
convenient.
We've got to talk to the rabbis about
Yeah.
this.
So I think Marnina saw me as like the closest thing to a goy. No, I'm just kidding.
But you were willing to
You did
date.
not like that joke. But yeah, that just like, oh, I will teach this
Yeah.
this little bird to
I'm gonna
fly.
teach this little bird to fly.
And I think you did.
Oh, now
Yeah.
you're a medium bird.
now we're
You
flying
grew.
together.
I grew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, how long ago was this?
9 years ago,
9
almost.
years.
Yeah. So 2016.
Great year, a year everyone loved.
Yeah, we listened to Hamilton.
Only good things happened.
And it was like cool still. We listened to Hamilton on our first date. Yeah.
In the car. Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
You two are really cool.
Thanks.
So wait, were you at the JCC at the time, or you were just like way
No.
Jewier?
Because I was living on the west side at the time, which
Yeah.
was
The west
why-
side.
Yeah.
Way
I
better
was-
side.
I was just like, I don't think this is gonna work out. Like, I don't think this is worth. Look, I had just gotten on the app, so I was like, woo! Like, there's a lot going on. My schedule's so full. Like, I was just like, date.
Okay.
Hot ticket.
Wow. You just got on the app and you
I was
already have
fresh.
a ton of people
Yeah.
in your inbox. Poor
Wow.
Marnina.
It was 2016. That was the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is wild to talk about because we're like, those were 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
we
yeah.
were so
Yeah.
baby.
We were so
Why did
Can
we
you-
think this was like for life? But now it's right.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
But,
But
that's
then
why I was like, I don't
we
know
were-
if it'll
They're
work
idiots.
out until I heard about the JCC because I was like, I'm on the west side. I didn't have a car. I was like taking transit around LA. You know that life, Antonia.
I know.
And they were living in
Echo Park.
Yeah. And also they went to USC and I went to UCLA and I was just like, I don't think
Enemies.
that's gonna be good.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. And but yeah, then the JCC brought us together.
And now you're doing the
And now you're
services
leading
there.
high
Now we're leading
holidays.
the
What's gonna in
services.
10 years you're gonna own it?
Yeah,
don't-
that's the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your pitch for the Jewish community that you want to be a part of? Dream Jewish community.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, I know you want to go to the woods
Yeah, of course.
with us.
Yeah, yeah.
I assume you said like with 15 Jews. I just assumed
You-
we were two of those.
Well, you are. I mean, it's you and the Shabbos regulars. You're top of the list of Shabbos regulars. You know, you were A team when we were planning Artem's birthday party. We
Wow.
only wanted to invite A team. You were out of town.
I didn't want to come anyway.
You were out of town. You were A team. It was you two
Wow.
and like Vincent
Big.
Denny.
We love them.
You love them.
Yeah.
Nate and Mal.
It was a great game night. That was so fun.
I know.
And the fact that our game was the star of the night, Dixit. This is a shout out
Huge.
to Dixit, a plug for Dixit. It's a great game if you don't want to do too much thinky.
Oh,
Too
ew.
much
Yeah.
rules,
Good
too
game.
much strategizing.
Who's that? Artemis
Antonio
birthday party.
Antonio won, so that's why you think it's a good game.
Wait, did I win?
Yeah.
No.
I
I think
Did
you
it?
won.
Wait, I
no,
think you
maybe
won.
you
Did
multiple
I
rounds.
Win?
did I win?
What did I say? That was so funny.
Oh my god! Did everyone love all of my clues? Oops. No,
Okay,
I didn't win
Dream
the
Jewish
first round.
community.
Dream Jewish community.
I feel like I'm gonna speak for myself. I like kind of just popping in and being on the edge of things. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy with the many communities that we're a part of right now. And I know that's maybe a lame answer, but I feel very satisfied.
You're in your dream
in my
community.
Jewish life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
And
would
then-
love a community that was on like a few blocks away.
Oh, like yeah.
Like that
Right,
would,
like you could
that
walk
would
to.
be
Yeah.
so nice. if
Pico
we could-
Robertson.
Yeah, if we're talking dream, but I
Yeah.
want it to be Highland Park.
I know. I want like, and that's why I was asking you earlier about like a conservadox on the east side, because I would love like a community that's walkable, where
Yeah.
people like walk to each other on Shabbat. That there's
Yeah.
a synagogue where you walk to on Shabbat that like builds that really tight knit community, but that's not Orthodox.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Sounds like you have to build it.
it doesn't. I know. Let's
See,
do
this is the
it.
thing.
That's my dream.
We're
But I don't want to
connecting.
be in the woods.
I
That's
do
okay.
like, I do like a rigorous service.
Yes.
Sometimes, like I like we're doing the long version of some of these things.
Yes.
But I also really highly value accessibility in services and like the ability to like bring someone who's or like recommend it to someone who like has barely ever stepped foot in Jewish community. And I would love for them to like have an inkling of what's going on and like feel like it's inclusive.
I would love that too, but I would love for most people to know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I
Like
want
a participatory community.
Exactly.
Where most people are singing
where
along.
exactly. But it is accessible to everybody. But
Yes.
when it's just the people leading the services that know the
Yeah.
services, it
You want a
sucks for
culty core.
everyone.
Yeah.
You want a culty core.
Sure, yeah. A culty core that know it, and then there's people on the
And
outskirts.
A welcoming
Yeah.
fringe.
A welcome.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
people like me who are one lesson behind the first graders
Yeah.
can come in and be like, I think this is Sukkot.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh no,
are we
it's
outside?
Shavuot.
Yeah. I also grew up in a renewal community in
Where?
the Bay Area, Kahila Community Synagogue. And that had a lot of like drumming and people like middle-aged women would just stand up and they were barefoot and they would just be like waving their arms around.
Opening their arms to God.
Yeah, and like there'd be like people who would like bring their own special chairs that they had to sit in like their own special chair, and like
That's so
everyone
cute.
was just like
That's so Berkeley.
it's the most Berkeley thing, and I loved growing up there. So I love the like hippie side of things and like a little like guided meditation moment, like sort of like a little woo woo is fun for me. But also when I was there, because I was also a day school kid, so I also was like, sometimes can we just say the Hebrew? Like, but like I love a Shekhinah. You know, feminine language.
A
for-
ruach.
I love it. Brucha at Shekhinah.
Yeah.
What does
Like,
that mean?
Blessed are you, God.
Yeah, but
it's
when
like-
would you
it's
put
like
that in
Baruch
instead of
atah
Adonai?
Adonai, but you can do Brucha at Shekhinah.
Spectacular.
And I have a non-binary student who I'm tutoring for their B-Mitzvah right now. And we were looking at like gender expansive language. And there's
I love
sites
that.
now. There's nonbinaryhebrew.com, I think is the website.
Wow.
And
Wow.
like they have, and it's just like, thank
What
God
do they
people
do?
are like, Brucha ateh. And I forget what name for God they used. It was like they had a bunch of different ones, so I don't remember because it
So-
wasn't just one. There's
Okay.
not just one answer.
Yeah, and that's wow, so
Right.
Jewish of you.
Right, there's actually
I'm
not
so
just one
sorry.
answer.
I'm so sorry.
In gender expansiveness and in Judaism.
Oh my God. Micah, this is your birthright. This is your culture.
I just like the Prince of Egypt movie.
Great move. The most
yeah.
famous piece of non-binary Jewish culture.
Yeah.
What
The
about
Prince of
Joseph,
Egypt.
King of Dreams?
So
Joseph,
I've been
they
told
missed
that
me.
this is a good one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
I've
We-
never seen it.
But what time of year do you watch it? That's my question.
Every day.
'Cause-
Shavuot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Great answer.
Every day or
Shavuot.
Yeah, get
Harvest.
a pizza. Yeah.
harvest time, harvesting
Yeah.
dreams.
Well, it sounds like we all have the same dream Jewish community.
Once again, I pitch. We all move in together.
I
That was
love
with
that.
a different person.
Yeah, but it's once again for the podcast.
Once again for
I'm
the-
gonna pitch
yeah.
it to every
A
Yenta guest.
Yenta Jewish community.
I love that was a
I
different
was
person.
on our way here, though. I was thinking like, I would love to meet the other Yenta podcasts. I mean, I've met some of them, but like, I feel like it would be a fun night.
It would.
Oh my God, yeah.
We could
Ooh, a
have a Yenta,
Yenta
guest
mix.
party.
Yeah.
A Yenta
We
mixer.
should.
We really should. That's a great idea.
And,
And then
I
put
think
little
you could get
microphones on.
grant money for
And we
it.
should get a grant for that.
Yeah, for sure.
We've had a couple Shabbats that have been
Yenta heavy.
Yenta heavy. Heavy.
But accessible.
accessible.
Inclusive.
And-
accessible and inclusive.
And a lot of Hebrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so why
A
did
lot.
you guys decide to do a lot of Hebrew for the services?
Oh, in Silver Lake, the rabbi wanted to.
Oh, they wanted you to. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought that was
The
a you
rabbi
thing.
wanted to.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we were
and
on
I
board,
think,
yeah.
and we were down, but I felt like I was the voice of like, and let's maybe do just Tree of Life because they really like that song here, and the rabbi was
Eitz
like,
Chaim?
yeah, yeah, but
Which-
just
which
in
spell
English.
English.
Let's do it and all of its
supporters are happy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
that
in Moishe's Shabbat songbook, in fact.
one. Oh, we have to sing it next time.
Yeah.
It's very campy
Yeah,
and
Shalom,
it's not the kind of
shalom.
song that's gonna get me there spiritually.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, what song does get you there
Ooh.
spiritually?
Great question.
Okay, we're doing this Elohai Neshama that goes Elohai Neshama Shana Tatavi Shana Tatavi Tehorai, and then there's like a consonant Elohai Neshama. Try it.
Elohai Neshama.
Shana Tatavi
Shana Tatabi.
Shana
Tatabi.
Tehorai.
So much
And I
singing.
do a little,
So that one
little
gets
violin.
that one gets
yeah.
you in a spiritual place.
That one gets me there. I'm just like,
I want to shout out Debbie Friedman's
Never stop.
Misha Barach because I think that is just a gift to all. Do you know that one?
Sing it.
It's the Misha
Yeah,
Barach.
I know that one. I know that one.
See, like that's one that's transcended. It's reformed
Yeah,
to Orthodox.
true,
It's
true.
just like a melody that it's yeah.
It's a good
And
one.
there are moments where like we've done a service where like we know someone in the family is like in the hospital and we're singing that. It's like that's heavy.
Wow.
it's heavy.
Oh, I straight up can't stop myself from weeping every single time I
Yeah.
sing that song. It's as soon as we get more than 30 seconds in, gone. Uh-oh, I'm thinking about it too much. I'll start.
The eyes are shiny.
Yeah.
Keep singing.
Well,
It'll be good for
yeah.
the clips.
We will make you cry.
Well, the funny thing is always like we'll do a B-Mitzvah and then afterwards we're chatting with people and it's like, yeah, so we're also a musical comedy duo.
We're called Couplet. You
I-
can look us up.
They're like, you're so gifted at what you do. Like you've been chosen. And we're just like, yeah, except like
But what we really
Except, like,
love
we're
is
just doing this for the
comedy.
cash.
We're like, no, like it's so meaningful and we believe in it
Yeah.
and we love it and we're grateful and you really should consider us
Come
for
to
your
see
next
us at
project.
UCB. And you're like working with famous
Yes.
children or children of famous parents.
Yes.
So
Soon to
you
be
could-
famous children.
Yeah,
Soon
someday.
to be
Let's be
famous.
real,
You're
yeah.
so right.
Yes.
Wow.
Should
that'll
the
be-
Nepo trend continue?
How has that? Any fun stories? Like any fun celebrities that
Oh,
you met
yeah.
that you can talk about?
Well, we just had a great run-in with Ken Marino last night.
Oh my
I actually don't know who
You don't know.
that is.
Yeah. So
Ken Marino, he's like buds with David Wayne, so like Wet
And
Hot
Michael
Wet Hot
Showalter.
American Summer.
Oh, that world.
So
yeah.
that crew from the state, that was their sketch group, but he's
Very,
also
very,
in
very
he's in
silly
Party
comedy.
Down, the catering show.
and he's on the other
He's
two.
on the other two. He's
And
just
I love the other two.
Okay,
he's
so
like
he's
the manager
Oh.
who's like leaking black.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
He's
And
so
he,
funny, and
he
was
just
so
let us
nice.
corner him and talk to him for
Really?
so long.
It
Yeah.
was so nice.
Do you like slip in your? I know you don't have cards, but like.
No, like we were talking about comedy stuff with
Yeah.
him. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like
I
we
actually-
don't feel like we have
yeah.
to pretend that we only do rabbi.
I mean, you're in LA, so I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of.
Yeah, I actually have a card that's just my 100-page script. But
Yeah.
it's this tiny. And
I
it's
think
just
that gave me an
standard.
idea that we should make cards that like on one, you know, like that hologram material. You know, where like
should make
Right.
holograms.
if it goes like kind of to the left, it's like Marnina Schon B'nai Mitzvah mentor, officiant, blah blah blah, Jewish educator. And then if you tilt it to the right, it's like comedy. Marnina Schon, she's a famous actor and
But
she
you
does
know,
comedy.
they really embody the rabbi comedian crossover.
Yeah, you
'Cause they
really do
literally
it.
are
You
both.
do it.
The wild part is like when we're doing the rabbi-y stuff, like we are not like I don't know, Marnina's funny, but like not like in a try hard way where some rabbis are like grasping.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I respect that. Like,
And I'm
people
not
don't
funny
want-
at all because I'm just the cantor person. Like I'm
You're
just there to
singing.
sing and like give people, you know,
Yeah.
meaning through song. Like that's not funny.
It's not.
Like I can't.
Yeah. You're
Slip
not like
in and
those
joke.
other rabbis.
I'm not like other rabbis in that I'm literally not a rabbi.
Not a rabbi.
Don't have the.
You're not those
credential.
try hard rabbis.
The other celebrity that we met after service was Amy Poehler.
Oh.
And she
Yeah.
was so
so
incredible.
nice.
And
Why was
Everyone's
she
so
there?
Nice. Friends, you
Jews
know,
with the-
friends.
buddies with the parents. But
Oh, a B-Mitzvah
I
service.
feel like the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that
so wild.
I know.
like
What was she like?
oh my god, so nice.
Did she
And-
like say I like the service?
Yes,
Like, what?
she was like that
Wow.
was so beautiful, and she was like I saw you do this other students service. Like I watched it on the YouTube live stream because it was like pandemic, and I was like on a beach in Nantucket, and
She,
I was
like,
watching
remembered
it.
you.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my God.
she remembered me.
Wow.
Like Amy Poehler was like, I know you, and I was like, Marnina.
Yeah, Marnina was like, "Thank you for
And she
everything."
invented UCB.
Yes.
Yes, so we
Did
thought
you bring it up?
Yeah, we
Yes, I was
thanked
like,
her. Yeah.
Thank you. I was just like, truly thank you. Like, I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for my life. And
Well,
like,
somebody's always so humble. They're just like, "Oh yeah, sure." And it's
yeah.
like, "No."
And I'm like, you
No.
were,
Yeah.
you were one of the most important like weird girls in comedy.
Yes.
Like also traversed into like mainstream, and like that was so important for me. And like, we love you. Thank you.
I completely agree. I feel like I am where I am today because of Amy Poehler's legacy.
Yeah. Yes.
She did so much.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Good book.
Good book. Her book. Yes, please.
Okay,
For those
if
who don't know.
Amy Poehler was our age, would she be a she-they?
Oh.
I don't think so.
I think she would.
Yeah, because
That's a
you
fun
are.
game.
I think
Yeah,
she'd
I
at
think
least
she'd be-
consider it.
I think she'd be a she-they. I think she would probably like live like right by Runyon Canyon.
Yeah.
Like she would have a tiny dog, named
Dog.
Moisha. That's what
So Amy.
I think that's kind of what she'd be
She
doing.
would love singing Jewish songs.
You should be really into it, actually. I think.
She's not Jewish, but she would love Jewish
have a
songs.
I think she would.
We had a really funny celebrity encounter in which we did not realize we were talking to a celebrity, and we thought it was just somebody's dad.
Who was it?
It's Tom Morello, the guitarist of Rage,
Rage
Against the Machine. So you know that's the like Down with the Sickness, the Guitar Hero song. Dun, 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 bam, 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 boom, boom. And so he's like
one
it's
of
like
the most famous
hard
guitarists.
rock, and he's one of the greatest guitarists. And we were talking to him for so long, just being like, oh, so you're just like
You're like
he's-
us. You do music.
yeah, we were like, oh, that's cool. You're in a band. Like, what kind of music do you guys play?
Literally.
Good for you. Keep going, man.
Hey guys, keep it up.
If you want to try bat mitzvah tutoring, it's a pretty good gig.
It's a good side gig. Look, hey, ooh, music. That's tough.
That's tough.
Oh.
And the way that we discovered it, because we were just like talking to Tom, someone's dad,
Tom.
and then it was during the strikes, and I saw a video from WGA West on my Instagram feed that was like, Rage Against the Machine's Tom Morello is playing, like stopped by the strike and is playing
A protest
song, and I was like, that's Tom. That's the dad. That's just the dad, Tom.
I gave him all that music advice. And now he's famous.
Yeah.
Wow, he really ran with our advice. Yeah.
We did that. You know, we should take our own advice more often.
Ain't that the truth?
What do you guys, if you didn't have to do Jewish stuff, or how do I say it like that?
Well,
I take that back.
I know what you mean. Like, if we didn't have this as our side gig,
Yeah.
because it's a great niche to have. And I'm like the goy actors and writers. I'm like, what?
What
Is
have
that
they
you're
been
asking? Like,
doing?
what would we do? I
yeah.
interrupted you.
Well, no, I guess I was more asking like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, like ideal world. I'm just always acting and writing and doing our projects and getting paid to be in movies and TV shows.
Yes.
And
Wow, that's so unique.
yeah, I know.
You
It's
know
a
it.
weird little dream that I have. I'm so quirky like that. I'm so weird. And I'm living in Los Angeles. Like, why am I here?
Why here?
I don't even know if this is the right place to be. I just showed up.
I just followed my heart.
Yeah, I would say the same. And I love writing and screenwriting and doing that kind of thing. Like I would love doing that. And I also write musicals. And so if one of my musicals were to like get produced, I don't know, Broadway? Is that crazy? This is just
It's just
my
a
little
street I
unique
thought
dream.
of. Broadway? Is that a street?
Seems like a cool name for kind of like a region that's like not actually on a street, but sort of a couple blocks.
And then there's like off of it.
Spitballing.
Which is also very prestigious.
Which is pretty cool
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
My God, you two are
Yeah, we-
honestly paving a new path.
Yeah,
Thank you. And we're trying to be unique. And I think we're pulling it off. I don't know.
Yeah. But also I will say like we do love Jewish stuff.
Yes.
And it's
Yes,
it's not solely like
I
we
guess,
we
would you
still
stay-
be like
Yes.
showing up in Jewish community.
Say that to
and-
all the
yeah.
B-Mitzvah students who are listening right now. You love
If any of my
it.
students watch this, go to bed.
I love that you think this is
your
a late night
bedtime.
show.
This only airs on Spotify from
practice your Torah
11
reading.
to 2. Something I love about you two is that you're one of the few couples that I want to hang out with you two together because you got bits. You're nice to each other. You got good
Oh
communication.
my gosh, you know
Rare.
how some couples are mean to each other
Yes.
in front of
Couples
you?
are so-
Yes.
It's so
my
uncomfortable.
gosh.
We're like, should we say something to one of them? But then like,
Should we intervene?
should we interview? I'm
And
always
we know
like,
who we're all thinking about. Do they know who we're thinking
They
about?
don't know who we're thinking
okay,
about.
Fine.
Yeah.
There's a specific couple
Oh,
we're thinking
okay.
about.
That
Great.
this has happened multiple times recently.
And it's
And we can't say anything.
Ugh.
And it's so
and
uncomfortable.
also
But you know-
some couples are just awkward together. Some
Yeah.
couples you're like,
yeah.
you're not buddies. Like or like you're still holding back around each other. You know?
Wow.
Couples who like aren't their full
full
selves
selves.
around each other.
Yeah, like they don't feel like they can be weird or gross
Yes.
around each other.
Yeah, we wrote a whole song for our show. So we're writing a show to
Just
bring
to
to
pivot back to our
Edinburgh
work.
next year.
Oh, I love that.
And we
wanna
the
go
whole
to
the whole
Edinburgh.
song
Come
is
to
like
Edinburgh.
it's about how couples need to fart together
Yeah.
Yes.
and like and I just really think like people are like no like that's a talk like
Yeah, well, like we heard
Yeah.
JVN on a podcast being like,
I mean,
well,
scandal note.
scandal noted. JVN on a podcast being like I will not fart in front of my partner still, and like
Yeah, and I'm like
you're
some
literally
couples like really
holding
need
back
the mystery
all the time. Yeah.
But I'm like, that's sad because you need to feel comfortable doing that because like even for like medical reasons.
Yeah.
We all have medical
reasons.
tummies.
Medical reasons. It's HIPAA compliant.
Dangerous. If you do not fart in front of your partner, you might die.
You might die.
You might
might
die. It could
die.
end your life.
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to say is that as comedians, we're trying to save lives.
Oh my God. You're
And
so
that's
brave.
really the goal.
So not only are we kind of rabbis, but we're also kind of doctors.
And heroes.
and
Yeah.
and therefore we are every Jewish parent's dream.
And so they should sponsor you like an
Yeah.
ancient Medici
Yeah,
would.
wait, I just thought of this the thing that all of us have in common
Yes.
with our couples. If I can speak for you, is
Yeah.
we're all sort of straight seeming couples that are queer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Now
That
you're
is.
included in that. Do you hate that?
I'm having a physical reaction, but I'm trying really hard to hold
I
it
know,
together.
and
you can be uncomfortable with
And
it.
it's hard.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking so the last episode we interviewed your sister and
Yeah.
she was talking about how coming out for you was a huge deal and
Yeah.
coming out for her was a huge deal. And you're dating a non-binary man. She has dated more men. And I know so many people who coming out as queer or bisexual was a life exploding
Yeah.
thing. It was like a huge part of their life.
Yeah.
And then they ended up in what looks like a straight relationship. And then there's this like weird social thing where everyone's like, well, you're not queer anymore. But it's like, you don't even know this person exploded their life to be queer.
Yeah.
Like, how could that not be a part of their life?
In some ways, when you're in a relationship that looks like a hetero relationship, like you have to come out more of the time because it's not just like obvious from looking at you and your partnership.
Yeah.
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 What are you thinking?
Ray's like scratching themselves. They're like, let's move on.
Run out the door.
No, this is good. I need to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You have to work
yeah.
through the uncomfortableness to
turn towards
get
the discomfort.
yes, to get through it.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
No, go.
Well, it's just funny because like I think about this aspect of discomfort more because all of my friends are queer. All of my community is so progressive that the only discomfort I encounter is people being like, "You're not queer enough." Like that's it.
That
but
shit
if I were in a different community,
Right.
if I was in like the very Christian South, I would be encountering a very different culture, and then it wouldn't be
Yeah.
such. I mean,
Well, to
But is-
them,
yeah.
you would be the gayest person that they know.
yeah, exactly.
That's what, okay. Yeah. It's just all relative.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to that, you can't like compare, or maybe we can compare gatekeeping to just blatant homophobia. Like it's like because you're saying like in the South or whatever. We always use the South as
South.
like the place
You
where
know
they're
the
not
South.
accepting.
Yeah.
The South.
Or just in a small town anywhere, versus a city.
In the
like-
Orthodox community.
In the Orthodox, sure.
Just
Say
up
it.
the road.
Yeah.
Say it.
I said it.
Yeah.
How
I
was
wasn't
it for
going
you?
anywhere.
How was it for you all being?
What
What should we name it? We should have a fun name for a queer hetero passing couple.
queer?
Okay. Is there something like
We should make our own label.
like a sort of how like or like how Oreo is a term like
Yeah, like Queerio.
like something that
Like a
well,
Cheerio.
Okay,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to appropriate
An
it,
uncrustable.
But
but yeah, like an uncrustable. Yeah, like something where like
Looks like bread on the outside,
and
but
there's
inside
a
there's
secret
PB
inside.
and J.
there's a secret inside.
Ooh.
Or I'm thinking of like a cake dancer.
Like a hidden cake. A what?
A cake dancer? Oh,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
dancer.
A giant cake.
Looks like a dancer popped out of the
That
cake.
is what we all are.
That's
We're
what we
all
all are.
the dancer inside.
Yeah.
We're the dancers inside.
that pops
our
out of the cake.
relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So what's
queerness
it?
of our relationships are the dancers inside of our
Yeah.
Isn't
straight
it-
seeming cakes.
Isn't it like a lavender marriage was like when two queer people would marry each other
Yeah. So we're
even though they weren't attracted to each other?
right.
Oh,
Yeah, but this
Like-
is the
I
Like
see.
a hetero couple.
this is a
yeah.
lavender marriage who's actually having sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the term.
Yeah.
Whether you're married or not. If that's what we call
Yeah.
it.
Well, I feel like the whole non-binary thing is always a like thing that you have to explain unless you look a certain way,
Yes.
and then people will like try to guess.
yes.
Like, and I don't look a certain. I don't know. Like, I haven't crossed that threshold of like looking a certain way where people are like he or they. Like, I would love that.
Right, like your mullet
that'd
is
be great.
almost long enough.
Yeah.
To be a they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mullet, and I'm about to get a haircut too.
Oh,
Like, I just
yeah.
can't. I just yeah. But I mean, I feel like AFAB people, like who are non-binary, like maybe have an easier time presenting androgynous than. Not
Amen.
like an easier time in society, but just like literally like
I
the
think also an
makeover
easier
is,
time in
is
Getting-
a little simpler.
getting
I don't
read
know if
as
you would agree with
androgynous.
that. But like, I just don't know how I would present more androgynously, because I mean, if we're getting Latin here, andro means man.
If we're getting
Andro, if we're getting Latin,
Let's get Latin.
did someone ask to get Latin? I feel like
I think I heard a request for Latin.
yeah.
Let's get Latin. Let's get Latin.
Like, I feel like presenting androgynously is code for like like a jumpsuit. Like, it's just like
Yes.
it's just
Right.
like a
when you say androgynous, what comes to mind is a Tilda Swinton.
yes, a
Yeah.
bald person in a jumpsuit and like of indiscriminate gender.
I
And
guess I'm thinking for AMAB people, it would be more like makeup or earrings or
Right.
like skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
Skirt,
what I've
yeah.
seen.
Heels.
But also like
And that's-
what is that? Why do you have to like put
I
those?
know.
But your problem is that you also really love comfort and like simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
All of
everything-
those
all
things
of
we named.
femininity is not
The worst.
comfortable.
Yes.
what do I
and
do?
takes
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do I do? I'm asking you. What do I do?
Okay.
I don't-
Get a pin.
That's a good answer.
Get a pin.
You do
It's
have
a
a they, them
reference
pin.
to an episode a long
cut.
time ago.
Oh, I love it. Get
Because
a
someone
pin.
asked us like, how I'm a queer person, but how do I tell people I'm queer and I don't present that I'm queer?
And I was like, straight people don't wear pins.
Yeah.
Oh, not even like a pin that's like I'm gay, but
Yeah.
like
Just of anything.
Just any
Just
pin.
Put a lot of
Yeah.
pins.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, I think I've been in the world where I've been like obviously they them. Like I was walking to a concert and these like little random girls, like hot sorority girls, were just like, "Hi, what are your pronouns?" Like it's like that. Like I literally didn't even know who they were. They just like pronounced
Excuse me, mix.
Mix.
They were like, "Oh yeah, I thought it was they." Like it was like that, like performative. Like they got to feel like they were good people
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
asked me my pronouns, but like I literally didn't.
Well, maybe
Didn't know
one
who they
of
were.
them is also a they them who's not out, who's
Sure.
inside of a cake at this moment.
Inside of a cake.
A cake dancer. Yeah.
It's funny because I was just ranting at the show about how I feel like AFAB people, because I got to be on the they team. We did a
Yes.
they versus she
They
show.
comedy show.
Uh-huh.
And as you know,
We saw
I'm a
that.
she they, but because
You were on the
I
they.
don't want to put in the effort to be more they, because I was saying the opposite, which was that I feel like AFAB people, you could, if you, as long as you have long hair,
Right.
you
It
could
changes the game.
you could do anything and people would be like, hello ma'am. You know, like
Yeah.
I will say my theyness is I really hate being called lady.
What's that about, lady?
Yeah, I'm just like, or like even like, hey, lady, like, it really like,
yeah.
Like, I just feel like that is against my gender identity. like she, I'm like, yeah, like woman, fine. But then once it's lady, I'm like, I'm out.
What's up, girly pop?
I mean, and I feel like maybe that's partially your Jewishness too, because lady is so English. It's
so
like-
waspy.
so
Yeah.
waspy.
So good.
Yeah, I like that. I like that theory.
I think we have to get to secrets, but I want to keep talking about
this
this.
is a really good
I just wanna
conversation,
hang
and I
out.
also really want us to like whiteboard brainstorm all of the things that Micah can do to get them
Yeah.
so hard. Like I want you to be stereotyped on the street.
Nail polish.
Yeah, and
I
I
want-
do
I
sometimes.
I want people to be like,
yeah.
mix.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
I think
I'm lazy.
A long dangly earring.
One long
long
dangly
dangle.
would really go far.
And
I'm in search of that.
Oh, Artem
so, yeah.
really can
He
lead
can-
you.
He/they can recommend something.
Yeah, he's the queen of the long dangly.
Slash they.
Yeah.
I
Slash
think we
they
should just
can.
call everyone who has like both pronouns the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like Antonia's amazing. She/they is on the podcast today.
And keep
Yeah.
the slash in there.
yeah.
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 She/they.
She slash they. That should be the new she sells seashells.
She slash they. She slash
She
they.
slash they sells
She shall
seashells
slash they shall.
by the seashore slash they shore.
Wow.
God, they're good,
They're
aren't they?
so good.
They really. I really think all the Yenta listeners are like, as promised, we've been hearing about them for weeks.
Oh yeah. And they
Couplet
have
has arrived.
delivered.
You're delivering.
Gosh.
Okay.
Okay. Secrets.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Okay, you brought a couple secret.
We brought a couple secret, yeah.
Our couple.
Well,
secret.
and this one might be like, feel free to chime in and be like, this isn't a weird thing.
Okay.
But-
Oh, we will.
But
because
when
it's just something that's not talked about.
when
So maybe
we-
it's normal.
when we
Yes.
started sharing a shower, not at the same time, but when we like were living together, I noticed that, and this was before my hair was like really like curlier and like
They
grown out.
nourished the curls in
Yeah.
recent years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
They
just
were
setting.
nurtured.
I'm setting
Curly
the
girl
scene.
method.
Yeah.
So I noticed that Marnina would, as the shower was going on, stick her hairs to
Oh
the
my
wall
God,
of
yes.
the
I
shower.
know about
Yes.
this.
And
But then
I
not take them off.
sometimes take them off, but then when they got missed, I would be like, "So what's going on
So
here?"
there's a whole mosaic on the wall.
She explained it to me. They explained it to me, and
I
and
like it.
and I was like, "What are you talking about? Like hair is coming out in the shower? Like I just had never noticed it, and then I started noticing it, and it was in my hands, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this?" Because I don't want it to just wash down the drain. So then I started sticking it to the wall,
Yeah.
and so now we're hair wall stickers, and
You do take it off.
we do
Oh,
take it
okay.
off.
It's not that it's.
I was just
up there
imagining a
all the
wall
time.
of hair.
Well, if we remember.
Wow.
Both of us have pretty thick head hairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
got good hairs.
But like, is that something that you both do in the shower or no?
Wow, this is the juiciest secret we've ever heard.
They're like, I lose
Boy,
hair in the shower.
this is awesome.
We get. I have more. I have more if that's a bad one.
As promised,
Okay,
they
Antonia,
delivered.
ask about their sex. Ask a question about their sex life already.
Okay, here we go.
No, wait, but I do want to know: is that normal?
It's for me with long hair. I still stick, but Artem has short hair, so he doesn't stick.
I do not.
You don't stick,
You
I
don't
do not.
stick.
And I have had girlfriends that do, and I think it's disgusting.
but
And I'm gonna say
they're
it.
sticking,
Yeah,
but then they're
they're
not
not
cleaning
clean.
it up. I mean, I stick it on the shower wall, but then as soon as I get out of the shower,
Yeah,
but
you
peop-
do the.
but
the
you-
window
this you
washer.
always-
I window washer and
think you're gonna take it off and then you
try,
forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes you forget because sometimes you're like, oh, right now my hair is at its wettest, so this is when I need to apply the product.
I need to scrunch.
and I need to scrunch, and and my skin is damp, so I need to do the serum.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
And,
then-
then
I'm
when you
damp.
do the
You're
serum, you
late.
have to do the toner, and then you're running late, and then
then
you're
you're running late.
it's, the day is gone, and the hair is still on the wall.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, their sex life.
Okay. You've been together for 9 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm going to start this by saying that Artem and I have been together for 11 years.
Yeah,
I would
we
say
have to share something vulnerable.
yeah, we have to be
first.
vulnerable first.
Yeah.
Like the first 4 years were effortlessly hot, just like banging all the time. Then they definitely like leveled out, but I would say I was still very satisfied. 5, 6, 7, around 8. I also got really sick, as you know, and that tanked my libido, and we wouldn't have sex for
Sick is tough.
for ages at a time. 1 month, 2 months at a time, we wouldn't have sex. And then within the last year, now that I've been healing, my libido is back. We're having a lot of sex again. It's really hot.
Mazel tov.
Thank
Feeling
you.
is hot.
It's hot. It's hot. But I think a lot about, like, both of us are very sexual people, so the rhythms of our sex life have been that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like I never hear long-term couples talk about how sex lives change over such a long term. So, okay, now I was vulnerable. Now you can be vulnerable.
So yeah, when we are in the shower, we sort of just stick the hair on the just not answer the question. I would say
Yeah, go say. What are you gonna say?
I feel like our sex lives have been fairly steady over time.
Yeah, I think naturally at first, in the first few years, it was more. And then
Yes.
it becomes less. Because
Yeah.
it's just like less important. I don't know. Like there's so many more important things about
Yeah.
our relationship that we want to nourish.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, yeah, we still have sex. And I think
It's good.
and it's good. We're funny in that like we are not very kinky people at all. And
I know it's a huge
it's
shock.
a huge surprise. We're very wholesome.
But you're cake dancers.
And I'll,
I think it's like kind of the least queer thing about like it's like kind of my
Well,
queer
and-
shame is that like we're not kinkier.
but like queer doesn't have to be kinky. And
Wow.
so we're
Doesn't have to be
helping. We're helping
kinky.
represent that. And
It can just
Which
be
is
simple
actually
and
really
good.
important.
So brave.
It can just be simple and good and connected
just
and
And simple and
missionary.
good.
Only missionary.
Only. Don't do anything else.
Don't
And
move
that
at
is
all.
queer love.
there's at
Actually,
least.
have someone else move the bed.
Okay.
Something only.
Get a Mormon.
And that's actually
Well,
really beautiful.
we like to cook together, so I'm gonna compare it to this, and we are so pleased with whatever we cook. Whatever we cook, we're like, oh, this is the best food ever. Like, this is great. Like, should we be chefs? This is so good.
Yes, Chef
and
the
that's
musical.
kind of how we feel.
Written
Hey?
by Micah O'Konis and Quick and Funny Musicals.
I'm like giving time for the plug.
Yeah.
But like that's our sex life is like I think
We're easily delighted.
we're easily delighted.
Sweet. I love that.
I do think though that like as
Easily delighted.
you came into your like gender queerness and like as you like blossomed more into like your whole self from that journey, like I feel like that was a boon to our sex life of just like you just feeling more like confident and like knowing yourself more.
Tell us more.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I guess that could be, yeah. And I think over time too, like, just the communication gets better. Like,
Yeah.
you hope that you start off a relationship with a great foundation, but like just like a month ago, I'm not gonna say what the thing was, but like I had to just be like, you know, I'm actually not really into that. And it was fine. And we just kind of moved on. And it was like, but like, I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing can be still hard to do
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah.
Right, because I think when you're in a relationship for a long time, there's maybe more of a like, there can be sort of a pressure of like the story of we know each other so well, and so we can read each other's minds and we like know everything about each other. And I think giving ourselves permission to be like, oh no, like actually, is that something you like or want, or like, or actually,
Yeah.
I think I'm not that into that, or to feel permission to like still reveal things about yourself
And change, and the permission to change. Like that was a big thing we talked about when we decided to get married. It's like I don't know who I'm gonna be in 20 years, but like hopefully we can love the people that we're changing into. Yeah.
Hopefully alive in 20 years.
Hopefully.
Still alive. We're going for life.
I want you to love my dead body, please. That's
I'm
what
actually not into that.
Oh.
See?
And I just learned something about Marnina. Not into necrophilia.
Yeah.
And I thought you were for 9 years.
I know we kept going.
That's
to
why I was
morgues
just
and graves.
lying there.
I do think also like in the beginning things can be more like performative and like or just like there's a pressure of like performing sexiness, and then like when you're in it for longer it's like you can just kind of be more yourself and not feel like, I mean, sometimes it's fun to still like lean into like, now I'm taking out my sexy side.
Oh, I heard a
So
voice.
hidden.
A voice.
I heard a voice.
I heard a voice.
But yeah, as we get more mature in our relationship, I feel like I don't feel the need to perform
Yeah.
at all.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you
You
go.
go.
No, you
It's
go.
not a sex question.
Mine wasn't either.
Okay, because you guys like work together
Yeah.
and you live together
Yeah.
and you have two careers together,
Yeah.
right? You have
Yeah.
like your Jewish careers and your comedy careers.
Yeah. And we have a 1-bedroom apartment.
And there's a sound hole between the bedroom and the living room of the radiator. That's just, it's like an in-wall radiator. And
The sound hole is
So-
important.
You
too.
never have
Yeah.
space.
So like
Yeah.
if you whisper from the bedroom, you can hear it in the living room.
how is that?
How is that?
And also,
yeah.
how I'm curious because like I'm curious as a creative couple,
Yeah.
how working together is for you guys.
Yeah.
Mostly great. Mostly
Mostly
really
great.
fun. And it's great that like we share so many things and can speak in different
Right.
languages with each other. Hebrew. No.
Oh, they're fluent.
Please do
tell
not.
that.
Latin.
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 Because I've heard it both ways.
Duolingo Spanish.
Yeah, that's my language. Duolingo level. I would say it's really great, and just like to know to have things for yourself too.
Yeah.
Like we write together, but like, and there was a moment where we were like, should we be a writing partnership? Like, Marnina, put your name on my script. Let's submit for this job, this kind of thing. And it was a script that like, we had you read and you
Right.
put your little mark on it.
Well,
but
and also that was a situation where someone was inviting us to apply for a writer's room.
yeah, we were
Oh.
the one time that's ever happened in 10 years in LA. And we did
And
not
you
get
got
the
it.
job.
I think we were close though.
We were, runners up.
What was the show?
Put that on your resume.
It
It was like a Disney animated thing.
Cute.
Yeah. Non-union. But I think like it's really important
Brag.
to
yeah.
I think it's important to have these other things, and I think like that's something where like we really talked about it. I was like, Marnina, would you like sitting in a writer's room 40 hours a week? Because that sounds great to me. Like that sounds like heaven. And you were just kind of like, I don't know that that's a dream.
Yeah,
That
like I'd do it. I'd do it, but it's not like what I'm aiming for. You know.
Yeah.
So what do you fight a lot about? Because you're together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Antonia's
That's my question. Is there like a fight that you keep having?
Yeah.
I feel like I've asked you that.
We were
before.
actually just talking about this, and maybe this is another secret, that I'm about to share, but I'll be kind of vague about it. Marnina's like, what's gonna happen? Which was like for our show. That's us as a couple. It's like we're doing a Flight of the Conchords thing, but we're trying to have it have a little bit of a narrative arc to be like, what have we learned about being in a relationship? And I kind of instigated a fight about what we often fight about to like try to write the other day. And
That's so funny.
And it
You
did not,
psychopath.
it did not go. Well, I didn't.
Art
like it.
imitates life.
Marnina did not like it. Well, I
was
didn't.
just not in a place for it.
And I didn't do it
I was ambushed.
And that's
intentionally.
fucked up of you that they started a fight and you were upset.
Yeah. Thank you, Ray, for taking my side.
Wait, what was the fight?
Well, it was about a thing that is like, I was like, this is the root of a lot of our fights, right? And Marnina was like, I don't think that's the root of our fight. And it was just like, oh
my God, I
and
wanna
like
know.
that happens. And like we see things different ways and whatever.
Yeah.
But what is something that we fight out about a lot? There's like little things.
Lots of littles.
Lots of little things. Marnina loves to save things. And I go, are we actually going to eat those 3 bites? And Marnina's like, I'm going to have 3 bites of
You
lettuce.
know that little bit of popcorn that I saved? I ate it.
Oh,
And that's great.
burn.
And Ray knows we arrived today with a container.
Oh, the little
And
Chinese.
it's in your fridge right
Oh, coming
Was
around.
it your little container?
Well,
Was it your doing?
We,
Micah,
we
so
often
upset.
order together at restaurants, because we want a diversity of dish.
Well, I'm more
So
okay
it's
with.
both of our leftovers.
Yeah.
But
But you would have thrown it out, Micah.
I was kind of like, do we really want to save this?
Right.
I was like-
I'm that voice.
That was
fill a
very big of
container.
you to
That's
be the
'cause
one
you're more
carrying
Jewish.
it in.
both my parents are Jewish.
Yes.
Yeah, and only one of my
and then
parents.
that makes
But
so much sense.
Micah's Jewish parent is very good at throwing things away, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Very good.
breaking
Yeah.
stereotypes.
She's a Jewish mom that breaks all stereotypes. And we'll get into that on our next Yenta.
Wow, you're being invited back?
Was there?
I'm hosting now. I'm just like,
Wait, Ray, did you want to share a secret?
No, I think we're at time.
Oh, no.
So
shucks.
sad.
Gonna have to listen to the pod.
Yeah.
Get more
No.
Ray's secrets.
Yeah.
We really do need to wrap up.
Yeah.
Because you've been so great.
You've been so
You've been so great. That's why we need to end it.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong?
So anyway, this is like the moment at a really good hang when someone yawns and everyone's like, so I guess I should. We should
were all
go,
feeling- we were all
right?
feeling
Or like
Yeah.
when we were
None of
at
us.
your Shabbat dinner and I was like, do you want me to get people out of your house?
Because I was talking to you like this.
Yeah.
Like falling asleep in
Antonia
my chair.
was blending into the chair and I was like,
And you were like,
do you need me to
should I-
clear people out? And they were like,
And it was like 9:30.
Yes. yeah, it was like 9:30. I was like, it's so past my bedtime.
9:35. Okay, 9:35.
Oh God, it's so late.
Thank you so much for having us.
No,
both
thank
were
you
amazing.
so
No, thank
much.
you. Thank you.
What?
Misha
I was gonna say, is there anything you want to plug? But you just did it.
Wow.
I want
Just
to
plug-
plug Shehechianu,
Yeah.
the hot new blessing.
Your services.
I would love
for
to
first
plug.
times.
We have a little fledgling Instagram, couplet comedy,
Cute.
and TikTok,
Oh, it's
and we're
on-
posting videos
Follow.
of because we've been out doing shows. We also are doing a show on October 18th. At Outside In Theater in Highland Park. It's this awesome new theater space.
Great new comedy
You two should
theater.
honestly check it out. Any creatives listening, because they gave us a 20-minute slot. It's at the show called The Incubator, and you get to just work out any 20 minutes of a thing. Like, where else are you getting
Ooh,
20
I
minutes?
love
Wow.
20
Do you
minutes.
like apply?
You
or-
you just apply with a show concept, but since it's a newer theater, they're trying to get new people there.
What's it
and I
called?
just feel like
Outside In
Outside
Theater,
In.
and it's in Highland Park, and we can walk to it. So basically, that's our new synagogue.
and that was the dream.
Synagogue
dream.
beyond walls.
yeah, and
Theater. It's just a
very
theater.
inclusive.
But the walls
but
are
it
the
has
theater.
walls, but it's also beyond walls.
Outside In.
Outside in. Outside in. Great plug, Marnina. Anything from you?
Oh, I feel like that's our shared plug.
Okay.
We share
Okay,
everything.
fine.
Patreon.com/Yenta.
Yep. Oh, also, if you're in Vancouver on November 30th,
Hey.
come see my show.
Okay, Vancouver.
I got to plug that one.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, great. Love you.
Love you. Bye.